everyone, it's Robin Moser and Anna Terranova again, Tipsy Realtor Season 2, and today we are showing you how to make an unusual Negroni.
I don't know how unusual. Like, I'm excited about unusual. Are we gonna have like dancers and circus? I don't know.
I think there's dancers in circus every day in your life.
Well, we're excited. So we are continuing with the classic cocktails that were super popular back in the day, and they are coming back to life. And once we make it, we're gonna be talking about advantages and disadvantages of open houses.
Exactly, which is it's kind of a funny thing because a lot of people they either see them as they hate them or they see them as they love them. So we're going to give you both sides.
Yeah.
So let's start with the drink because it is lunch hour.
Yes, liquid lunch on Wednesday. We got a beautiful raw glass with already a huge, what do you call it, ball of ice.
Yeah, it's like one of the solid ball formations.
Yeah.
So we have given them away in the past. This one is a circle. You can do square.
Yes.
You can do any other thing, but you do it because they melt slower.
Yeah, so you want to get the bigger one versus the smaller ice.
So size does matter.
Size does matter. We're like big balls. Okay.
Oh my God, you're in a mood today.
No.
All right.
It's really hot.
It's really hot. All right, so you're starting with 1 ounce of apparel, which is just this nice tart liqueur that you can get pretty much anywhere. Remember that?
I think it's like a traditional Italian liquor, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And honestly, you can find everything you want on Liquor Connect. And then we have Lillet Blanc, which is a French type of kind of aperitif.
Oh, okay.
I
wonder
know.
if I ever tried it. It doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah. You probably tried it in a lot of cocktails and didn't know.
Just didn't know.
And then we have a beautiful local supplier for gin in our beautiful Eau Claire distillery. So we're doing 1.25 ounces there.
Yes, they actually have now like lots of their bottles available at different co-op liquor stores. They believe have a setup at the farmers market. But if you have time, do have the drive out to the distillery, take the tour. It's beautiful.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we're stirring this up just to make sure it's nice and stirred before straining it into our chilled rock glass with our nice big ball of ice.
I know. And it's a gorgeous color. That's the one thing I like about the Negroni is how beautiful it is. And we just garnish it with grapefruit.
Now, honestly, I was actually debating doing dried grapefruit and spiraling the grapefruit and all that other kind of stuff because you can actually do that where you can actually spiral the rind all the way around. So there's a lot of different kind of neat ways that you can actually garnish this cocktail if you're looking to be a bit more fancy, but it is lunchtime and we do have a lot of work to do today. So
lots of grapefruit. All right. Cheers. Cheers. Look how beautiful that color is. All right, let me try this. So what makes it unusual? What's the difference between the traditional?
Well, usually a Negroni won't have Lillet Blanc in it, right? So usually it's more of just a straight tart drink. This should have some sweetness to it by putting in Lillet Blanc.
It's nice.
It is nice. I actually personally like this better than a straight Negroni. I find straight Negronis a bit too tart.
Too tart.
The Lillet Blanc, I think, takes the edge off of that, and it's a nice tart sweet taste. But normally when I make Lillet or Negronis, I find them too tart to drink.
You know what I think is actually it's perfect pick actually for the weather today because it kind of gives that a little bit of a lighter flavor.
Yeah.
Because I find traditional Negronis are really kind of velvety and warming. So they're good for the winter.
Yeah,
I would
they are
say.
a good winter drink.
And this is kind of nice for even with the summer with the big ice. And
yeah, it's also a good cigar drink. So if you're a cigar smoker,
I think I'm gonna put
like
my grapefruit into my Negroni. I'm gonna give it. Smells great.
Yeah, beautiful drink, great cocktail.
I like it.
I agree. Yeah, it'd be a nice kind of after dinner drink.
Yes, absolutely.
Right? Like you've had a nice, beautiful dinner. Hopefully someone made it for you. Nice couple glasses of wine and a nice after dinner drink to tie it all in.
A nightcap.
A nightcap. You are on fire today. This is actually sadly not the unusual Anna.
Not unusual, yeah. It's just sometimes I'm not in that. Not always on a Wednesday at 12:15. I'm in that. The giggly mood.
All right. So open houses, advantages and disadvantages. Now, key points to know about open houses is the difference of the benefit of them really, really depends on the marketplace. Because in this market, I've been telling clients that you're probably better off not having the open house because it is too insane. There is too many people. They are too hard to manage. In this kind of market, this extreme sellers market, the open houses are just too difficult to manage with everything that we've just gone through, especially with COVID and stuff like that, that we're actually recommending our clients to not do the open houses in this period of time.
Yeah, you have to be kind of careful, of doing them at this time. It's definitely a little bit crazier. So like I would, for example, go with Robin so we can actually kind of divide and conquer the open houses, at least in that way. And definitely, I think a lot of people are still quite cautious with COVID things.
They are.
So we wanted to make sure that there is not a lot of touching going on. But I can been to like one where I was actually had a showing with open house open. It was like you had a giant party in a house.
Yeah.
It was so many people. And I said, okay, at least you know how many people it fit.
Well, and the one thing is when you're doing that and it is that busy, you're not really getting to see the house. There's too many people in there. You're not enjoying the showing. It's too much.
Yeah, you've been rushed to like, yes, it's definitely, you don't get to feel how that would be in your home because you feel maybe like too cramped around the crowd as well, right?
Exactly. And people are always curious about statistics wise as to how many open houses actually sell houses. Statistically, it's 3%. So if you're banking on an open house to sell your house, it's pretty low. But 6% of houses around you will get sold because of an open house, because of your open house. But it also works vice versa, that other houses in the neighborhood that are having open houses will help sell your house by 6%. So keep that in mind. It may not be a direct benefit. It may be an indirect benefit to either you or the other homes for sale in the neighborhood. But realistically, there is a benefit to even having open houses around you because that can actually help guide people towards your home because they're in the area looking at that open house.
Yeah, like I am personally a huge believer of open houses. I sold many places from the open house, not necessarily being the realtor for the both sides, but also providing the opportunity for the buyers whose realtor maybe was busy or away, or buyer was just driving by and like saw the open house and walked in and loved it. And they came back with their own realtor and wrote an offer. Like I personally would say my percentage is higher for sale of open houses. But it all depends sometimes in the area as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So advantages. Advantages are it allows people who don't want to commit to an agent to see your home. Because if they don't want to commit to an agent, they're really not that serious. They're kind of on the fence about buying a house. An open house allows them to come in and see your home without feeling the pressure of a private showing where they feel obligated to be that serious. Sometimes it kicks the people off the fence because they've been kind of on the fence and they walk into your house and it's so perfect. And now they're off the fence and they're writing an offer on your home.
Yes, exactly. It definitely has that ability to change the mind. So and I said, like, when we were talking, like, what's the biggest advantage? It's really to show the house to as many people as possible in short period of time instead of booking the home. So for the seller, what it's good is like you leave for the weekend, for example, we can do back-to-back Saturday, Sunday open houses. And it really lets the people to get in on a short notice without a lot of planning around their work schedule and kids schedule. So it gives a flexibility to the buyer to come and see it.
It does.
And the more people see it, the faster you sell for more money with multiple offers.
And also too is it takes the pressure off of the buyers when they are looking at the house because they feel like they're seeing it on their time and on their standards instead of having that agent with them. It also allows your agent who's got your property listed to hear that direct feedback directly from the buyer because I think that that's really important because as realtors, we can get feedback from other agents, but it's always kind of edited through the lens of the agent. So I really like having that open house because
the buyers are like kids. Well, they tell you exactly what they feel like when they're sitting at the door.
And that's really helpful because that could really change or direct your marketing to a way that's going to actually get you a sale if the agent either has, missed that one opportunity or didn't consider it or didn't realize the importance of that one thing. Because sometimes it is. Like, we're not perfect. We do our best. It's all about guesstimating. And then the other thing as well is we can watch those visual cues, those nonverbal cues that the buyers have as they go around the house, where they spend their time more, where what they talk about most, the comments people make, positive and negative about the house. And again, it allows us to calibrate our marketing to ensure that we're finding the right buyer for your house.
Yes, and that's like that open houses is the quickest way to get the feedback that you can change the direction. Sometimes if it's a paint, or moving the furniture, like the things that you were definitely Radiant thought it was a big deal, but a lot of people obviously like, oh my God, this is such a bad like curtains. I don't know. But it gives us, we can change that marketing around. We can adjust the price quicker without kind of guessing what is happening, and come to the feedback. What I like about open houses as well as the agents, we can upsell your home while we standing there. We're talking to the people. We're asking them what they're looking for, what they want. Oh, you want this? Well, let me show you how this house is meeting your needs. And of course, we do. Did you notice cards around our home?
We do them. You can't guarantee all agents do them. No,
we do. Our team does. And they upsell passively your home. So when people walk around, they read the cue cards with, great things about your home and community. And as an agent, we can just kind of make it more, right? Yeah. We can definitely say, did you notice this? Did you notice that? And people kind of like, oh yeah, I didn't, because sometimes they just kind of look at the floor plan and the colors in the kitchen and bathroom, but they don't see the small details.
Yes. And disadvantages is it's inconvenient being kicked out of your house for the entire weekend for 2.5 hours or an hour and a half, depending on how long we choose to do the open house. That is inconvenient, but honestly, selling your home is inconvenient. Yeah. So we always recommend people is to get it done as soon as possible, because it's not a process you want to drag on. It's like dragging on a dentist appointment. There's nothing enjoyable about it. So yeah. You can also have tire kickers come in. So your neighbors, tire kickers, people in the community that have nothing else to do on a Saturday, Sunday. And I know that people hate when those people come through their house, but you know what? It's, you never know.
You never know, because a lot of them have friends, have families. Like there is more and more, like I noticed in actually this year, there is more families want to live closer together within the same community. So, and we're getting more calls like that. So to have the neighbors who you think they just want to see what it looks like inside is a good thing, because they can tell their friends and family as well. Because they are humans who go out outside and network, right? And they get like, oh, I have a house for sale in my. But another thing, some of them thinking of selling their home, so they come in and checking out the competition.
Absolutely.
So, but it's always a risk. Like I will say, competition is a good thing. So, because it's sometimes their home maybe not as nice. Maybe they overprice it, thinking their home is nicer. So
I like to say overly optimistic. Sometimes they're overly optimistic on the value of their home.
Yes. And it's actually also good, because it's like when they come to open house and it's a busy one, they're like, oh my God, so many people looking, right?
Absolutely.
So it can give them their own direction.
Now, the other thing that can happen as well is that many times when people are looking at your house during an open house, they don't feel as comfortable as they would with a private showing. So that's a disadvantage of the open house as well, because if you have these people that if no one else was in the house would feel more comfortable in your home, it might have pushed them over to write that offer.
Well, they would spend more time too, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Thinking about it, talking about it. And when you're doing an open house, it's also harder for the real estate agent in very busy open houses to kind of control and converse with everyone. So sometimes you get people, if it's too busy of an open house, they just walk in, they do their thing, and they walk out. And the agent hasn't been given any time to talk to them, to get their feedback, to hear what they think, to see if they're interested in writing an offer. And sometimes it's honestly as easy as that is, do you want to write an offer? And just remembering to ask that question. So
I always ask that question. And everybody laughs. That's like why you're laughing.
Exactly. It's our job. We're supposed to ask. Yeah. So those are some of the disadvantages.
Oh, yeah. And safety, I think. Like us, we do always say to the sellers, it doesn't matter if it's open house or just a showing, put your valuables away, locked up from the lights, especially small things, that easy kind of to grab. And not necessarily that a lot of people steal things. Like I never had that experience in my career.
No.
I did hear the stories.
Of course.
But again, even like children toys, because the open houses, the families come with their children, And I did have that once when the person actually comes back. Oh, I'm so sorry. My daughter grabbed this from this room, and it was like this little dinosaur toy.
So mine was actually a little 5-year-old kid, and he reached in their penny jar and he took a handful of pennies. I came around the corner just as he was doing it, and I said, "Little boy, those are not yours." And he put them back. So it's like the worst I've ever seen.
Yeah. So yes. So put it away. The small things, valuable things. Lock it up. Just don't let we don't want things missing from open houses. And as we said, sometimes they can be very busy, and it's hard to keep an eye on every person that walks around the house.
Agree. But speaking of valuable things, price time.
Price time. Okay.
So
patio weather is on today, so we need some of this beautiful non-breakable glasses.
That's right. For your wine, for your cocktails out on the patio, with your cheese and your meats and your bread.
Do you think we just sell the cheese board? Just imagine what we'll do with your house.
Exactly. Yeah. We don't even get paid commission on the cheese board.
No, we don't get any back on this one. But a lucky person will win this next week. Next Wednesday is our first show of April. I don't know what our theme is. We're making a twinkle. I don't remember.
A twinkle, that's right. Okay.
I don't even remember why we picked that. But
we picked the twinkle, and then we're talking about the realtor secrets about when you're looking at houses, how to look at them and what to look for.
With a realtor eye.
With a realtor eye, because when you show a house, it's twinkling. But sometimes there's some things that you got to look past the twinkle.
I think we're having cocktails, so we'll need that.
Yeah, but that's what it's about. Oh, sorry. Yeah. And so we've got our prize, which is super exciting.
So like our videos, share them, tag your friends. We're on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn.
Absolutely.
We are getting the TikTok in. We should do TikTok Tipsy Realtor. Wow, yeah, that would be a good one. And
how fast do you have to drink that? Like in a minute and a half?
Well, we can do the time lapse. So, you can actually drink it slow and then.
I was gonna say, that's so much. I drink a whole drink.
She's not very technology advanced some days.
I'm learning TikTok.
No, we're good. We're getting there. But yes, love, share, contact us on all social media, ask your questions, give us feedback, what you want to learn, and your name will be entered more than once to win the prize.
Every time you like and share, your name is entered.
And so we already talked about what we're talking next week. And of course, if you are looking to buy or sell a home, it is a spring market. Finally, we're getting.
Well, it's gone from like a super hot early New Year market to a super hot spring market. Yeah. So it is a great spring market. It is a great time to sell your home. Move before the snow flies. Get the kids in the new house before.
I personally like to move before summer because at least you get to enjoy a community in the summer. Like the barbecues, meet the neighbors.
Absolutely.
Block parties, like just all the things. And if you have a lake community, lake, beach, things like that.
Absolutely. For me, I like moving as soon as the summer starts because then you actually have your entire summer to kind of personalize your backyard, do your planting, do your gardening and all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of my thing. Because if you're going to plant seed or plant grass or put in flowers or make flower beds, you want to do it now instead of waiting until it's cold.
Yes, and the homes are still selling really fast. So we're seeing a lot of kind of 60 to 90-day possession for people to move because they do need to move. So you do need to plan it in advance.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, guys. Call us on the screen if you know anyone or yourself is buying or selling a home. Have them call us. We want to help them. We want to make sure that they have an agent who's going to take care of all of their needs and make sure that they are fully informed when they're making that decision. And that is us. So please call us.
Okay. Cheers. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Good.